Welcome to Gail's Garden Herbs and More. What I'm going to do today is I make my own what's called tooth powder instead of toothpaste. Um, I try to do things as natural as I can because most of our man-made stuff, or at least a great deal of it, is contaminated. You don't want fluoride in your system. Perhaps some fluoride on your teeth might help a little bit, but how much of that is actually leaching through your gums and skin, or you're swallowing some into your system, it's very poisonous to the human body. But so much for that. I'll let you have your own beliefs on that. I think this is the best way to go, probably the cheapest way too. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some baking soda. Now, my chickens are kind of on strike. And you say, what do chickens have to do with tooth? Well, just the teeth. Listen for a second. I have one little Silky that's laying, so I have very few eggs. But something that I've done for my dogs that I'm going to start doing for myself, because I make my own dog food as well, is I take eggshells and I grind them up and put in their mixture that I use to bake and make their dog stuff. Calcium or eggshells have a lot of good stuff in them, and it's balanced. It has magnesium and calcium and whatever else it's in it. If you get the stuff from the store, those don't always have everything and other minerals with it that will help your body to absorb it and use it. If it's done incorrectly, I don't want to end up with kidney stones or something else. Who knows what it might do. So I really like the idea of the ground up eggshells, and I'm going to end up putting that in my mixture eventually. I'll wash up my eggshells good and grind them. Right now I don't have any, so I'm going to use calcium citrate powder because this is going on my teeth. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this. Okay, I actually have a little thing in here somewhere, but it's fell down into it. So I don't want a lot. Maybe you can see what I've got here. It might be half of a teaspoon. Depends how much you want to make. I might put about that much more. Let's say, I don't think that was quite a half. That might be a little over a half. But you get the idea. I never measure anything. Seldom anyway. Once in a while. Okay, something else I have that, it's funny. Dentists used to always use this in the dentist office. It's called mastic gum. And just all you have to do is look it up. It does have magnesium stearate in it. And this one, and some other stuff, silicone and cellulose, whatever. But it's mainly your mastic gum. There's supposed to be like 1,000 milligrams per serving, which is 2 capsules. It supports the stomach and duodenum, supposedly, but it was really known for helping the gums and teeth. So I'm going to I've got this in capsule form, but I'm going to open up the capsules and put a couple capsules in here with my calcium powder. There you go. Okay. Let's get another one. Make sure that comes out of, it's kind of powdery. Get that out. Okay, so I have my mastic gum. Let me show you that mastic gum. And my calcium powder. Now what I'm going to do is put some baking soda in here. Put a good amount, a few good shakes. Use my little spoon, break up there's a few little lumps in the baking soda. Baking soda neutralizes acid, and you often have a lot of acid in your mouth and around your teeth, which could be rough on the teeth, I would think. So this should be pretty good. Sometimes I put salt in this too, but I think, no. It's really good, especially if you've got a little bit of a sore throat. I gargle with salt. It's really, really good for for your mouth as well, but I think I'm going to leave it out this time. I don't know why. I just don't feel like putting it in this time. We'll see. I might put it in later if I feel like I'm really needing that. Okay, I've got that mixed pretty well. Now, just to take this by itself, may not taste really great. So what I'm going to do is, I have some peppermint essential oil, and this is the kind that, it's a therapeutic grade from Young Living, and you can actually consume this. Now, you don't want to do that with most of your essential oils, but they make some that are specifically made to be used. I actually need to get some capsules in a capsule maker. My daughter had made them for me before. And when I get in real bad stomach pain, sometimes that way it gets past your stomach and into the intestines where you're having the problem. But this really gives it a fresh, wonderful taste. You just mix it in real good with the powder. And then I've got this, you can get these out of different things that you buy, these little tiny scoopers. I'm going to put it inside my little glass jar with a lid. So I'll put it on top, and I just scoop, and when I have my, let's pretend this spoon is my toothbrush, then I will just sprinkle it across my toothbrush over the sink. I usually wet my toothbrush with my mouthwash first, and that will be a separate video. I make an exceptionally awesome mouthwash that has taken, I have started to have some pain in my gums and my teeth, and I just really get some of that mouthwash and swish it in there for a long time, and it takes the pain away and the infection away. I gave some to my son. I hope he used it. I haven't heard, but he hasn't been complaining lately. He's off in another place working a job for several months, so I don't see him too often, but I know it worked for me, and the last time I saw him, he didn't complain about his gums anymore. So then I've got it mixed real well. I'm going to stick it in here, and every once in a while I'm going to give my little jar a shake to mix it good. This is wonderful replacement for toothpaste. You know, many, many years ago people used tooth powders. There it is. I wish you could smell it. It really smells good. There you go. Some good for you tooth powder. It's got calcium, and it's got the mastic gum that's really good. It's got the baking soda to help neutralize the acid in your mouth. It makes a great, great tooth powder. And I also have the peppermint in it, the kind that you can consume. You really need to be careful that that's what you get. And there you go. On my table with 100 other things that I'm doing, just real quick, I want to show you this thing here. Kyle dropped off to me. The picture does not do it justice. This thing is probably 4 feet long. He got it from somebody's yard. He was working on their septic or doing a septic inspection. I guess the people had moved and left their garden. Anyway, this, I don't know what it is. I think it's some sort, if you look at the end, I think it's some sort of a, you see all my books and papers and stuff down there I've got for Miss Tumbleweed, but I don't know what that thing is. It's pretty hard. It's been sitting out in that garden for a long time and nobody's there. But yeah, interesting. We'll get a saw or something and cut it open tonight maybe. Over here, I'm just drying some comfrey leaves, and over here I'm drying thyme. So I have all kinds of projects. I'm always doing several things at once. But anyway, just sharing a little with you. Hoping you're all having a good Friday. I happen to have a day off from Miss Tumbleweed, a little situation. But anyway, that she's having a good time somewhere else today, and I'm having a good time getting caught up and doing some things I need to do. So y'all have a great weekend. Bye-bye now. Like, find out how to turn this thing off. Here we go. Come on.